Minnesota. It's AMSOIL Championship Snocross presented by Brunt. The U.S. Air Force Snocross National presented by T-Fiber. Stop number 3 of this 2026 season. My name is Chris Hockey here with multi-time champion Jeff Fisher, and we are excited about a great night of racing, Jeff.
No, it's going to be fantastic. We had a great showing in Michigan, but what did we do? We raced in a blizzard.
We did.
Tonight is nowhere near that. The conditions are fantastic. The track looks great. Visibility for these racers is going to be awesome.
It's perfect. What a great racetrack. We call it the Daytona of our sport. It's a big, wide-open racetrack with plenty of racing and passing lanes. You've raced here before. How do you like this track?
You know, this track, it looks really nice. Everything flows. I mean, you watch the riders, and what's cool about this track over others, there's a lot of lanes passing. It promotes passing, which is going to be great. The riders got to love it. I talked to some after practice. They all love the way it flows.
I'll tell you what else we love here at Canterbury Park as well. We've got a lot of indoor seating, so our fans are warm and watching the best show on the snow. About to start opening ceremonies here in a few moments, but before we do, the racers that are about to go green, these are the best snowmobile racers in the world, and we've got some great ones here tonight, including our repeating champion, our two-time and defending champion, Emil Haar, who had a rough time in Ironwood, Michigan.
He did. Friday, broke a foot.
Yeah.
He's riding with an injured foot, but Emil is tough. I think he's going to be just fine.
I think we're ready to go down for opening ceremonies. Let's get this show started. Let's go down to Erica Allreed and get things going.
Thanks so much, guys. As you mentioned, after a month-long hiatus for the holidays, we are back racing and at the Daytona of Snocross, as you alluded to. And Taven, we call it the Daytona of Snocross for a reason. The lights, the stadium atmosphere, you can't beat it. But as a rider on the line, when you are looking out at the track, does it get in your head? How do you block out all of the noise?
Honestly, when it comes to this track, you kind of just got to shut everything out. I mean, there's a lot of people here, and you're trying to impress a lot of people because this is one of the presenting races for all of the sponsors here. So you're trying to get recognized by literally everybody. So that kind of starts to get to you, but hey, you just got to brush it off. I mean, there's a lot of successes that happen here, and then there's a lot of accidents that happen. I have been on both sides, so it has gone really, really good or really bad, but going into tonight's finals, everybody has to shake that off. They got a lot of practice time, but some people went home, especially our overseas riders. So, I mean, they did have the practice, but they also got the family time as well. So now it's time to get their head back in the game and do their finals.
Maybe a much-needed mental reset for some of them, as you guys alluded to, Emil Haar with a broken foot. So maybe it was much needed for some, but nonetheless, it's going to be another great night of racing here. This track always produces some of the best action. But before we kick off everything, I've got a special guest up here with me, Danita Polvoni with FCA Motorsports. Danita.
Thank you. I just want to take just one moment to recognize Jesse Strag. Will you come over here with me? Come over. Should we go over here? Race director of 15 years. And what I want to notice is that it's been 15 years of a partnership with Fellowship of Christian Athletes. And because of your grit and dedication to kingdom work, we're able to do a Bible study, chapel service, and have a chaplain on the circuit. And we just want to thank you for that. And we're just so thankful that you love Jesus Christ first. Snowmobiles second.
Amen.
That's good. So we have this for you.
Thank you very much.
And I just want to turn it over to Brian as he says the prayer.
All right, guys, let's pray. Lord, we thank you so much for the awesome opportunity to be here in Shakopee and to be racing tonight. Lord, the weather is perfect, and we just pray that you bless these guys as they go out and do battle tonight on the track, and we just pray that you just show up and show off in their lives in a mighty way. Lord, we thank you for the opportunity that you give us to be here and all that you do for us. In your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Brian. And also to Jesse Strag, congratulations to 15 years with FCA Motorsports. Thank you for everything you do. But I have a brilliant 12-year-old little girl here by the name of Cece. She's going to have your national anthem. Oh, hey, can you see early what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let's meet our top 5 racers in the points heading into tonight's round 3. In 5th place, our 2-time and defending champion on the climb, Corpro Kutzler Corp Polaris, the number 31 for Judnik Motorsports from Sweden, Emil Har.
Some time to heal over here over the holidays, but I don't think that's going to affect him a whole lot. The Moose, for a reason, he's one tough competitor. Watch for him to be back up front.
Jeff, as you mentioned, Emil, you're coming into this round with a broken foot, but we were chatting earlier, and hopefully once the adrenaline kicks in and you get to race pace, you might not feel it?
Yeah, I kind of work that way. I can tell there is something still, but no, I think we're all good. I'm going to go for it tonight.
If anybody can push through, it's certainly you. Best of luck tonight.
Emil Har, ladies and gentlemen. Our 4th place rider in the pro points comes to us from Kansasville, Wisconsin. On the climb, Corpro SSI Decals Polaris, the number 53 for Judnik Motorsports, Cody Cam.
Yeah, now Cody Cam, he's one of our veterans, but he still has a drive of a rookie. You watch him out there, he is fast, he is smooth. Cody knows what it takes to win, and he wants to spend his last few years here up on top.
He's had some great nights and some disastrous nights on this racetrack.
Yeah, you just watch for the number 53 from Judnik Motorsports.
Cody, in our opening rounds, you finished just shy of the podium on multiple occasions. What do you need to do to find yourself up there tonight?
Yeah, the vision was terrible in Ironwood. I think we're going to have good vision tonight, so just get some good starts and ride smart.
Looking forward to seeing you out there. Best of luck.
Cody Cam, ladies and gentlemen. And now to our 3rd place rider from Medford, Wisconsin, racing for Red Bull, Walker Evans, and FXR on a Team La Valley Polaris, the number 3 of Adam Peterson.
You know, Hawk, Adam Peterson, he is one of the duo out of Lee Valley Racing. Now, Adam, he just loves to ride. He loves to have fun. So watch him. He rides, he smiles. He is just a joy to be around. Watch him to be on top.
Adam, we're back at the Daytona of Snocross, a massive layout here tonight. What's the plan of attack for AP3?
The track's super technical today, so just hit my marks, be super smooth. I want to give a shout out to all my friends and family that are here watching. This is like one of the closer tracks, and yeah, thanks guys for coming.
We hear them cheering for him now. Best of luck, Adam.
Our second is from Sweden, Concrete and Mason, and Hayes for Skoquist 81.
You know, watching him, the guy is just an animal on a snowmobile. You watch him how he rides. And what's really cool is I go back in the pits and into the coach and into the trailers, and he's a hands-on racer. He is working on his own sled along with his mechanic Richard and Levi, but he loves to be part of the system.
Gustav, in our conversations so far this season, you couldn't be happier with your team at SRT. How does having that good atmosphere aid in your performances so far as you sit second in the points?
Yeah, it's really important, and I think it says a lot of me as a driver that I need a good team, a good backup, and especially today, while having Elias here, it couldn't be better.
A great combination with you both. Best of luck tonight.
And let's meet the first place rider in our points, who's also our fast qualifying to us from Deer Racing for FX and Engineering Racing, the number 220.
The Cats, you know, when Cat was down, is a very smooth. His mechanic, smooth he is. Data that comes off of these machines and how he can feather the throttle, and you watch how everything hooks up so well. So the Fratalone Racing Arctic Cat, sponsored by Mystic Lubes, is one fast cat.
One fast cat indeed, Jeff. Dan, you're sitting atop the pro points. You're back on Arctic Cat, a place that you've spent a majority of your career, and you told me after a week you already felt comfortable back on this sled.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I've spent so much time on this sled and this chassis specifically. It was pretty easy to find home, and man, I'm just happy to be back where I am. I love the excitement around the brand and the company right now, and I'm just proud to be a part of it.
A lot of excitement around Arctic Cat indeed. Best of luck to you and the Fratalone team tonight.
He looked so fast in practice and qualifying. Can't wait to see what happens. And I can't wait to show everybody this one lap around the track with Hunter Patino. Take it away, Fish.
Yeah, you know, you see him going through this. Just came over the flyaway jump. At the finish line jump here. Here we go, the U.S. Air Force jump in front of the scoreboard. You can see how brutal these doubles are. You don't want to case him, but you see how violent he gets. Now he's going down into the gravity cavity. Where you come back up here, you'll see some riders will choose to come up short and square it up, where some guys are actually just trying to sky it off there. So now they're coming back in front of the stands to the finish line jump.
Wow.
To the Amsoil finish line jump. Here it is, and that is a lap around Canterbury Park.
Thank you, Hunter Patino, and that is a fast race. Here's how it lays out.
Triple cone rounds system. So as they round the see how place one and so on, you want to be, if you win them all in sweet, but it gives got a top 10 first, and he's back.
Love it. Makes it even more exciting. Regular racing, as you said, 3 entire season. So format lays out all of the pro race. Every the pros tonight. Line with the green.
They did qualify the first gate pick, and it's going to be real just guys go, because right on. I mean, it's a slight dog leg to the left, but it is pretty straight on. I don't know, are the guys looking at maybe the shorter distance, or are they looking at the course to see what jump and where they want to hit that jump at?
We watched a lot of racing earlier today as we look at Emil Haar, our 5th place in the points. Again, our defending champion, 2-time defending champion right there, and there's his teammate, Cody Cam. But watching racing all day long, it didn't really look too much like he got much of an advantage anywhere. In fact, I saw a lot of people getting the whole shot from the middle of the racetrack.
Yeah, you know, we saw that in Michigan, too, and we were kind of surprised. We even saw some back row guys getting
we did.
Start. But here, it's going to be hard to say. It's going to play out. The snows are hooking up good. The groomer guys got that start all just a nice corduroy, as we say, on the start line. So it can be who can get the jump, I'm thinking, more than anything.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in wherever you're at all over the world on FloRacing, and everybody out here at Canterbury Park for tuning in to Amsoil Championship Snocross, presented by our good friends at Brunt. So happy to be here. The U.S. Air Force Snocross National, presented by T-Fiber. And again, a drag race is about to happen from that starting line as we start our Triple Crown for tonight. They're lining them up, and here is what the lineup looks like, again, based on qualifications from tonight.
Yep. Well, yeah, you have Dan Benham in the number 1 spot, Creighton Dillon,
How about
Cody
that?
Cam, Emil Haar, Anson Shield up in the top 5. Jordan LaBelle, he needs a good start. Gustav Salstein, Riley Bester, Jacob Yerk, and Adam Peterson all on the front row. Who's in the back row, Hawk?
Francis Peltier on the 220, Hunter Patenaude, Theo Poirier, and then Evan Dowd. That's your back row, 14 sleds. And I'm watching them line up right now down at the starting line. And Daniel Benham did take a middle slot, the 221 right there. The second spot, of course, goes to Creighton Dillon, and he is right beside him, right in the middle, maybe a little bit to the left of the starting line.
You know, you might be onto something there. Well, let's see. We're going to have to see. Yeah, look at where they're lining up.
Again, getting a last few moment instructions here, and you see Immelhar taking his choice, Cody Cam taking his spot right there. Cody Cam and Immelhar 3rd and 4th in qualifying tonight, so they got the 3rd and 4th choice.
Yep.
Cody takes it all the way to the inside.
Yeah, look at, you know, and when I was racing, a lot of times, you know, you want to be on the inside or outside, because what happens is the center kind of gets mushed out a little bit, and the outside doesn't get used, or gets a little bit more set up. So you might see some guys pulling some hole shots from way outsides, too.
Jordan LaBelle right there to the right-hand side on the 5'11" of Cody Cam picks that spot. And now they start working on the back row, getting everybody set back there as well. Again, 14 sleds about to go green in this first round of the Triple Crown of the AMSOIL Pro Class tonight. Daniel Benham, your fast qualifier, Creighton Dillon, Cody Cam, Immelhar, Anson Shiel, your top 5. 14 of the fastest riders on the snow about to go green, and I do love those new Air Force colors on that sled right there. That's a good-looking sled.
They do look nice.
Again, Erica Allreed, Taven Woody, Rod Skorich down there reporting on the track and racing all day. Jeff Fisher here with me in the booth, as he is a multi-time world champion, and you last raced on this track in the year 2020. No, in the year 2000.
Yeah, that would have been great, 2020. You were. And the best part about it was, Huck, that was vet class.
Yeah.
So I'm aging myself. Really
I'm not
good there.
I'm going to tell you, but you haven't had experience on this racetrack. And again, the speed here is really incredible. We're about to see, we've seen some great racing all day. We saw qualifications. But when the green flag drops here, these guys go for it. And this front stretch is fast.
Oh, yeah. This is one of the faster courses we have, just for the fact it's just pretty flat out. They got some great obstacles to deal with, but the guys that are smooth and can time them right, you're going to see some motoring getting done there. I'd love to have a radar gun at the end of the straightaway just
Absolutely.
To see how fast.
Yeah, we'll let you know who gets the stud boy hole shot as well. And of course, after every round, we'll reset the points for you and let you know how it's going in the Triple Crown. Again, it is based on points tonight. Where you finish matters, adding up all the points at the end of the night. That lets us know who won round 3 here at Canterbury Park of AMSOIL Championship Snowcross presented by Brunt. Last minute things they're saying to their crew chiefs here. What are they saying as they're down on the starting line right now?
Well, we can jokingly say they're talking about where dinner is tonight, but no, they're talking them to focus, get out front, stay consistent. Yeah, you name it. Some riders, dealing with different riders, they have different quirks that you have to deal with, but some guys just want to hear the straight out kick ass, and the other guys want to say focus,
We are about to go green at Canterbury Park in Shakopee, Minnesota. The best show in the snow at the Daytona of Snowcross, and it is in the starters' hands. And they are racing! Into the dogleg they go, and headed for that AMSOIL finish line will set the stud boy hole shot.
And it looks like Benham across the finish line first there.
Daniel Benham with big air into the lead, the stud boy hole shot. Jordan LaBelle right on his tail to the outside, a couple of sleds, but the inside line looks like fast.
And Riley Bester on the outside there, who pulled right up on Benham.
Down into the skidoo turn, and you're right. That's Riley Bester into second. They both take the outside line there. Followed around from the air. Great shot right there. The top 4 racers as they head back around and towards the crowd, down towards the AMSOIL finish line. Daniel Benham continues to be your leader.
Yeah, this is great for Daniel Benham. I mean, he going in with the red plate, he's got a big target on his back, but look at him go now. He is riding fantastic.
Want to go out there and show everybody in this Triple Crown at Canterbury Park that was not a fluke. That red plate belongs right there. 1, 2, 3 is Benham, Bester, and Salston. And Salston looks to the inside of Bester.
Yeah, Salston's on the move. He came up, he was in the top 10, but he came up around the outside on that far corner.
Look at that battle for second. Bester back to the inside. Salston to the outside. And Salston takes the second spot as they head towards the Amsoil finish line. And now Salston sets his sights on your leader.
Oh, Benham better get moving because Salston is not fooling around. Watch his corner here. As he comes around that outside, he carries a ton of momentum. See that into that jump?
My goodness. Over the Air Force Flyway, you weren't kidding, Fish.
Yeah, he's carrying some great momentum.
They both take the inside line in the skidoo turn. Head towards that gravity cavity over there, which is really difficult. And a little bit of space for Benham on Salston right there. And now the battle starts to begin again for second as Bester's not done with that.
No, Bester wants back in. He wants second or first. You know, with Riley is riding very hard right now. Okay, now watch this. Now this is where Salston's going to try that outside. Look at that.
Yeah.
Benham figured it out.
Benham takes the outside line and rides
that was
that.
a very smart move on Benham's part.
They took a bit of a different tactic here the last lap. This time they do it exactly. Doubles right there. As right now the battle continues to rage for the front. And I love that view from the top right there of what we're seeing as they head towards that turn and then come back towards the crowd again in the Amsoil finish line. Salston's going to look to the inside again.
Yeah, he might try that inside line. We'll have to see what happens. He knows that Benham hasn't figured out on that outside. So Salston's going to probably go for the inside if I was a betting man there.
There he goes. The leader to the outside. Salston bogs a bit on the inside.
That outside line is a lot more better momentum.
And look at the battle for second now. Inside comes Bester. You were right. He wasn't done, and he takes the spot. A little bump and bang in there.
Yeah, Riley isn't messing around this weekend. He wants a podium. He isn't even happy with top 5, he said. He wants a podium.
The number 8 qualifiers now running in second. Just ahead of Salston as the blue sled is Riley Bester. Right behind him, Salston. Right there is the third place sled. And the outside line for all of the top 3 racers right now.
Yeah, they know. I mean, Gustav figured it out too. He had the line. He had to figure it out early on in the race. Everybody else joined in now.
I'm telling you, Salston is not done. Let's go down to Erica Albury. She's got more on Daniel Benham, who's right now in second.
Already feeling comfortable back on the Arctic Cat. Dan Benham said it only took about a week before the confidence returned and the thought crossed his mind, yeah, I can win on this thing. It's been a smooth homecoming and an easy transition back on the brand, especially given their long history. Having nearly spent 8 years on the Arctic Cat, Benham was heavily involved in the testing and development of the current chassis. It's been a machine he's rode for a majority of his career, so the familiarity and comfort level came back quickly. Looking ahead to tonight, his focus is on 2 key areas. First, getting through the opening laps clean and staying out of trouble early, and second, adapting as the track evolves. Conditions change rapidly, and staying ahead of those changes will be critical if he wants to be there in the end, guys.
Great stuff, Erica. And of course, I said second, I meant first. He's dominating right now, too. And while she was doing that, he's pulled away quite a bit, and it's just because he's been so smooth.
Yeah, he is smooth. And like you said, we were talking in the opening, his mechanics says how he can feather the throttle, and he watches it on the data. He isn't just one of these guys that just pins and goes. He actually can feather it, get that thing to hook up. He can sense how the snow is, how the track needs to hook up to the machine. 3.5
minutes to go in this, the very first round of our Pro Triple Crown here at Canterbury Park in Shakopee. It continues to be Benham, Bester, Salston. Then you got Cody Cam in third, Jordan LaBelle in, Cody Cam in fourth, Jordan LaBelle in fifth. Weird, Emil Haar all the way back in 11th place. That foot must be bothering him.
Yeah, I thought he's a tough guy, but he obviously that isn't feeling real good right now. If you watch him, he's doing all the obstacles, and he's looking good there, but he just doesn't have that extra little oomph that he normally does to, to catch up. And the visibility, you can't complain about that. You look at that, how clean it is. These guys at least can see in front of them, even if they're back in the pack.
2 minutes and 42 seconds to go again in this Pro Triple Crown. Round number 1 for the Amsoil Pro class. And we're watching Emil Haar, your 2-time and defending champion right there on the 31, who came into this race, injured a little bit on his foot, and right now is running back in 11th spot. As they all continue to try to chase Daniel Benham, who's got a almost 2-second lead up front right there on the 221 sled ahead of Riley Bester and Salston right there, who Cody Cam's reeled in Salston a bit. He saw just a second ago.
Yeah, Salston's fallen off the pace a little bit. I don't know what happened there. He was such a hard charger there right off the off the beginning, and now you're seeing him dropping back a little bit.
And Cam right in front of Cam gets kind of squirrely, and right behind him is Jordan LaBelle looking to try to take another spot. Again, every point counts so much. Every place counts so much in this triple crown.
Yeah, you watch, Cam You know, LaBelle's right on him. Well, look at LaBelle. He's going to be working on Cam here in a minute.
Over that Air Force flyaway. A big double, then another set of doubles into this turn right here, the Skidoo turn. Great shot right there of 3rd, 4th, and 5th in this first round of the Pro class.
Yeah, you have, you know, then back from there behind LaBelle, you got Yerk, Peterson, and Peltier. God, they're all within, you know, just a few seconds of each other, too. So one bobble, it's going to, you know, could do you in.
And speaking of bobbles, Cam, again, reels in Salson a little bit. Oh, look at that shot. That was fantastic. A great shot from above of Jordan LaBelle as he does his best to reel in Cody Cam, but right in front of him as they hit that U.S. Air Force flyaway. You see that Cam has reeled in Salston right there as they continue to battle for 3rd spot. Cam goes to the inside.
Oh, a little bobble by Cam. Now LaBelle's going to react to that.
Cody Cam can be aggressive like that, right? He sees the guy in front of him, he wants to make a move, and right there, the snow got under him a little bit, and he got a little sideways, and that, as you said, opened the door for Jordan LaBelle, who's in 5th and looking for 4th.
Now we'll see what LaBelle can, if he can react to that bobble that Cam just made.
Into the turn.
Although Cam looks like he's pulling back up again, so that he is a wily vet.
Isn't it frustrating?
I mean, he knows that.
Isn't it frustrating? You reel someone in, you get there, and you go into the corner and just get a little too aggressive, and you got to start all over again.
Well, and it just shows all these riders how close all their sleds, how their driving ability is, that they get little, and then they scrub some speed off, and now they're back to having to catch up again. So.
And staying on Cody Cam there, again, that's the battle for 3rd and 4th. Meanwhile, up front, they've just taken the white flag. 2 laps to go for your leader, Daniel Benham. As Cody Cam right now, again, is reeled in Salston a little bit right there as we are 2 laps to go now, a lap and a half to go, and over the Air Force flyaway. There's your leader.
You know, he's almost 3-second lead right now. Bester has almost 3 seconds on Salston, too. So it's...
We had a bit of a yellow there for a moment. Looked like his sled was off the course. Wasn't sure who that was. But there's your leader, and he's headed for that white flag over the Amsoil finish line. 1 lap to go. A dominant performance from the Studboy hole shot to right now for Daniel Benham.
Yeah, it is. He, you know, you always get nervous, especially with that red plate, but he's shown why he has that red plate and why he, you know, that last race up in Michigan, how well he did.
And again, 2 completely different styles of racing and different racetracks. And to be red plate and come here to a completely different track and be this fast, that's got to make you feel great.
Yeah, no, talking to him earlier, he was excited. He was ready. He said he's a little nervous with the red plate, but he felt confident. His sled's working good.
Headed for the Amsoil finish line, the final time the checkers fly. Daniel Benham will take round 1 of the Triple Crown here at Canterbury Park in Shakopee, Minnesota. Riley Bester will come across in 2nd. Gustav Salston comes across in 3rd. Cody Cam 4th, and Jordan LaBelle in 5th. Your top 3, though, again, in this first round, the points will go to Daniel Benham, Riley Bester, Gustav Salston. There's how the 14 finished.
Yeah, now that was a good race. I mean, Dan Benham just, he just showed. He's the red plate owner. Let's see what he can do. Now, he's got 2 more races he's got to do this in, so a lot can happen.
Very impressive again for Riley Bester because he qualified 8th.
Correct.
And to finish 2nd there, that's a great run for him. You know he's got to feel good about that. Gustav Salston, Cody Cam, Jordan LaBelle right there. We'll go down to Erica Allred with our winner.
Dan, picking up right where you left off in our previous rounds, what allowed you to be in complete and utter control of that one from start to finish?
And the start. I mean, the track is really good. It's shaping up. It's getting really rough and technical. Start was key there. And I hope we can keep it rolling.
We look forward to seeing that effort. Job well done.
Well done. Thank you, Erica. And great job. Out of breath. That's a lot of work, and he got it done. Made it look easy, but obviously it wasn't. That is round 1 of your Triple Crown. We'll go to break and come right back, and we go to round 1, heat 1 of your U.S. Air Force Prolite division. From the U.S. Air Force Snocross National, presented by T-Fiber at Canterbury Park in Shakopee, Minnesota. This is AMSOIL Championship Snocross, presented by Brunt.
Month for 2 gig speed with a 10-year price guarantee.
is 70% water and 30% land. But the entire sky belongs to us. Copy that. Aim high, Airman.
And welcome back again. AMSOIL Championship Snowcross presented by Brunt. We're about to go green again from Canterbury Park in Shakopee. This is round one, heat one of the U.S. Air Force Prolite Division. Jeff Fisher.
Yeah, you know, this is the first heat of the Prolite. We have Mitchell Gross, Trent Whitwer, Josh Shepard, Kenny Goki, Jordan Beese, Linus Peterson, Dylan LaBelle, Emil Mickelson, Zach Farmer, and Evan Christian. Now, that's kind of a loaded heat right there.
Absolutely. Again, so much speed on the starting line here. We have 10 sleds ready to go green. Round one, heat one of the U.S. Air Force Prolite Division.
You know, you look at this. You know, are we going to think they're going to come from that center again? Like I didn't watch them line up this time, so I wasn't sure. So we're going to have to see who pulls it off here.
About to go into the starter's hands. You see the starter, the man in control of everything down there on your left-hand side in that yellow hat. It's in his hands. A little bit of snow falling, perfect conditions in Shakopee, Minnesota.
Yeah, you know, even the guys, all the back guys, they can still see us. What's so cool.
And they are racing. Into the dogleg they go. The drone view is so cool. 5 wide, heading down the front stretch towards the AMSOIL finish line. Linus Peterson gets that lead, that stud boy hole shot, the 41 into the lead.
Yeah, he is got the hole shot. But now look on the outside. We have a rider coming around the outside of him. That outside lane is fast. We've been seeing that here in the last race.
Because it carries that momentum, but it also sets you up for that turn right there where we have a brand new leader for the moment. What a battle for the lead here at Canterbury Park.
Yeah, he went around the outside. He just carried the momentum, was able to go inside and then carry that momentum around the outside.
Into the T-Mobile turn, the T-Fiber turn, and they head towards you. The fans react as the Prolite Division crosses that AMSOIL finish line, and we reset the field. Yep. It's Trent Whitwer in the lead now.
Yeah, Trent Whitwer with Peterson, and you got Farmer pushing right there too. He had he's up in Michigan, he had a couple of good races, but it looks like he is pouring it on right now.
Man, did he carry some momentum around that outside line and over that Air Force flyway. This is your battle for second between Peterson and Farmer right there. As you talked about, Farmer was on a rail early in this race as well.
Yeah, look at that. He squared
inside.
It out. That was a great move by Zach Farmer. Yeah, he just pulled it right inside, and now he's sitting in second place.
And we have a three-way battle. That's for second right there. Again, it's Farmer now in second. We reset the field. It's Whitwer, Farmer, Peterson, Christian, LaBelle right now, your top five. The leader starts to run away, but the battle for second is raging as we see it from above as they hit that U.S. Air Force flyaway.
Yeah, Peterson keeps running that inside line. I'm waiting for him to figure that out.
The battle continues. Again, that is the gravity cavity right there. A bit of a downhill there through some really heavy traffic on some really, really rough terrain as they head towards the drag strip that is the front stretch here at Canterbury Park. And Farmer starts to pull away a bit for second.
Yeah, he's pulling away, but look who's in chase. We have Peterson and Christian right on the scale.
That's Evan Christian on the red sled. Looking to the inside, the 33 sled, looking to the inside of the 41 of Peterson, trying to take the third spot.
Yeah, he came up on him, but you just see that one bump coming out of that inside just slows him down a little bit.
Inside, again, an inside-outside move right there for the 41 of Peterson, and he'll continue to hold on to that spot as the drone footage shows. That's 2, 3, and 4 on your television screen, the big screen here at Canterbury Park, the TV screen if you're watching on FloRacing. That's the battle for second as they head towards that AMSOIL finish line. Now with 3 laps to go in this round one, he won a Prolite.
You know, Whitwer is out front. And you got to remember, too, Whitwer is Daniel Benham's teammate. So what did they learn? How to get a hole shot and how to make their sleds go. So What do you think Whitwer has?
I'll tell you.
Same parts.
Absolutely.
He's the same tuning stuff, so that's why that sled is on rails.
I'm going to guess they're going to keep the doors shut on that trailer for a while.
Yeah, and the covers
you
on it.
You better
right?
believe it, absolutely. That's the battle again for second as we have under 2 laps to go now as the white flag will fly as our leader heads down the front stretch. But the battle for second still in doubt. Farmer and Peterson right there. Christian right behind him.
Yeah, Farmer is... now he went to that inside. I don't know if that was such a great move by Zach. He shouldn't have... now Peterson's got a little bit of a run on him on that outside.
What a run you get on that outside line. You're not kidding, Fish.
Yeah, that thing... You know, you hate to say if it's that outside is turning into a one line. The bumps are just big enough on that inside.
The battle for second rages. We're less than half a lap to go in this first round of Heat 1.
Oh, look at that back and forth.
And inside goes Farmer, and he takes the spot to win up front. On the left side of your screen, Trent Whitwer's going to take this first round win for the Prolite, but the battle for second continues, and I believe
Farmer got it.
Farmer's going to hold on for second spot. What a race.
That was a very tough race. Those guys were battling. They went back and forth. After the gravity cavity, you saw Peterson get around them, and Farmer shut the door and came up underneath them.
That's how they finished. Whitwer, Farmer, and Peterson, 1, 2, 3, with Christian and Goike right there at the top 5. But that's just round 1, Heat 1 of the Prolite division, brought to you by our friends at Air Force. We've got another lineup of 9 sleds on the starting line ready to go.
Yeah, that we're going to see Dominic Hegman, Drew Freeland, Eric Downs, Jeremy Berlew, Brandon Nelson, Devin Detman, Cameron Cole, and Tanner Johnson, and Martin Johansson. Well, now Cameron Cole, he's coming off some pretty hot wins here.
No doubt about it.
If you had to pick a favorite, yeah, I would look at him. But Drew Freeland, there's another one. He's running hard. So, you know, this is going to be a real tough one. Dominic Hegman's been running good. Eric Downs.
I remember talking about Johansson having some good running as well there when we were in Michigan as well. So, again, I love it because that's one of the million things I love about AMSOIL Championship Snowcross presented by Brunt. The tracks are so different. The conditions are different every night. Even, again, in Michigan, we talked about so much snow on Friday night. Saturday night, it was so cold and windy. It was just like being in a different track. And now here we are at Canterbury Park. The conditions couldn't be more perfect. The snow's great, and the weather is awesome.
Yeah, this is everything we could have wished for right here.
About to go green, round 1, Heat 2 of the Prolite division, brought to you by our friends at the U.S. Air Force. Starter looking at things, making sure everything is good. Left-hand side of your screen if you're watching on the TV. 9 sleds ready to go green. And it's in the starter's hands. And they are racing. Middle of the track seems to be the fast spot, doesn't it?
Yeah, that Cameron Cole looks like he is getting out there. Oh, a little bobble by Cameron, but he's going to...
They're going to give the stud boy whole shot, I believe, to Eric Downs. I mean, that's a battle for the lead shaping up already. Eric Downs, Cameron Cole at the front. And is that Downs on the outside who takes the lead there?
Yep. And I won't have to say whose trailer Eric Downs sleds in.
I'm telling you, we're starting to see kind of a theme, aren't we?
That's the Prattlone Racing trailer that all 3 of these hole shot sleds have come out of.
Wow. People are taking notice everywhere in the pits right now as, again, down the front stretch in front of the fans, and the lead is already beginning to stretch out over the AMSOIL finish line. Eric Downs has your lead on that green sled and a very fast outside line. Watch him pull away as he heads towards that U.S. Air Force flyaway. The lead gets bigger because of that outside line.
Yeah, and you're watching Cameron going around where Nelson actually took that outside line. Cameron chose to go inside. Cole needs to figure that out if he wants to start to catch Downs.
There's 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th on your screen from the drone view at Canterbury Park here. Great shots right there. That's a technical skill I know I wouldn't have. I'd have been in the crowd upside down with my drone, but these guys are doing a great job showing us some great views right here.
Hawk, no, you're a tremendous slouch. You've been fine.
I love it. Downs, Cole, Nelson, your top 3 continues as we're watching the battle for second place right there, the 747 of Cameron Cole. Right now, about a 1.5 seconds behind your leader as they've reeled him in a bit, Fish.
Yeah, he's right there. So, yeah, Downs, Cameron Cole's working on him. Nelson's right there. Dominic Hegman's right there. And Johansson. They're all within a few seconds of each other. So, it's, you know, a lot can still happen. Yeah, look at that.
4 laps to go. About to be 3 laps. Oh, no.
Oh, yep.
He gets sideways, and we've got a new leader.
A little bobble. Now you're going to see Cole be able to take that outside lane. Now we'll.
Man, and our former leader Downs just got pelted with snow right there as he was right behind your new leader.
Yeah, he got a little swampy out of that corner there through the straightaway, and that did him in.
The 747 is now your leader. That would be Cameron Cole. We talked about him before the race started. He's been so fast all year, and he's your leader right now. That's your battle for third, I believe, between Nelson and Hegman.
Yeah, watch, here we go.
Oh, an inside move shuts the door.
That inside is getting pretty holed out. Watch the guys on the inside. Sometimes they're struggling a little bit, but Nelson made it look easy there.
He comes right back around him, and the battle, almost off his sled as there's bumping and banging, and now a little more bumping and oh no, I believe his sled died.
He hit his tether.
He did. Oh, you've never done that before, right?
No.
That's never happened
Well, not
to you.
to my own sled. Somebody else's maybe.
Understood. Reaching over and grabbing, it's not legal.
Maybe that's what happened. Maybe that's what happened. We just didn't see it.
But that changes the order of things, but not up front. As headed down the front stretch towards that AMSOIL finish line continues to be your leader. The 747, that blue sled right there over the AMSOIL finish line with white flag flying, 1 lap to go for Cameron Cole.
Yeah, Cameron he got his poop in a group. He got everything figured out. And now he's showing why he has that red plate, because he is riding smooth right now.
Into the turn, the skidoo turn, and headed towards that gravity cavity right here. Great shot of that right there. Lowest point of the racetrack, through that rough section, and again out of that final T-Mobile turn, and headed towards the finish line. A dominant performance for your leader and now winner of round 1, heat 2 of your Prolite division. That would be Cameron Cole.
So yeah, we have Downs, and then Hegman comes across in third.
1, 2, 3, Cameron Cole, Eric Downs, Dominic Hegman. Great racing already early in the night here at the U.S. Air Force Snocross National presented by T-Fiber.
Yeah, there's some good racing there. I hats off to that Arctic Cat team over there, the Fratellone team. They got some fast sleds there.
Yeah, people are going to be sneaking a look inside the trailer there. So there's your results, the full 8 sleds. Cameron Cole, Eric Downs, Dominic Hegman. They're in that second heat of Prolite. It's break time. We'll come right back. We got a final. The Stock 200 ages 6 to 12-year-olds are next. This is the U.S. Air Force Snocross National presented by T-Fiber from Shakopee, Minnesota. AMSOIL Championship Snocross presented by Brunt. We'll be right back.
The Earth is 70 and 30% land, but the entire sky belongs to us.
Copy that. Aim higher, man.
And what a great shot. Welcome back to the best show on the snow from the Daytona Snocross. It's the U.S. Air Force Snocross, National AMSOIL Championship Snocross, and they are racing.
It's a little slower to this first turn, but these little guys and gals have these things to the bar.
They do. Bumping and banging already. Look at them all. Bogging down, running into each other. No holds barred racing in Canterbury Park and over the start-finish line. Tessa Nosted with the stud boy hole shot. Look at the sleds, all of them, 20 of them into turn number 1.
Now we have Cody Krantz going around the outside. We'll see if this works on the little sleds as well as it does on the big sleds.
And it did.
Yeah, he's right up there. We'll see if Tessa can hold him off.
Over the U.S. Air Force flyaway and down the backstretch they go. 4 laps of racing here in this Stock 200 class brought to you by our friends at Rocks, and they are bunched up and bumping and banging in the back. Tessa Nosted again, the number 22, continues to be your leader.
Well, with Cody Krantz, looks like Cody just got her. So Cody Krantz is now leading.
Tessa out of Northwood, North Dakota. And Cody out of Taylor Falls, Minnesota on the 22 as he heads towards that AMSOIL finish line. And we will have 3 laps to go when he crosses the big jump on the front stretch.
Yeah, I was talking to Cody's dad a little bit ago, and he said they were going to go out to the mountains riding this weekend, and the snow's minimal out there. It's starting to shape up, but so he told his dad he'd like to go race Canterbury, but they didn't have any sleds ready, so he got on the phone himself and made a couple phone calls and lined up a couple sleds for this weekend.
Looks like you got him a fast one, and that was your battle for second there between Nosted and Diorio. That is number 217 and 88, the outside line for Diorio, inside line for Tessa Nosted, and the battle continues to rage behind Krantz, your leader. Look at the different lines right there as we have another second-place rider that changes there.
Just look at the skill level these guys, and gals have. They're look
off
at that.
The sled goes the 88 of Diorio. A little chin music from the back, and there he goes off his sled. There's the sled. Where's the rider? A disappointed Diorio tries to get back on his sled and plug it back in. That was the battle for third, I believe.
Yeah, he was in third. He was sitting on a podium spot.
So Krantz, Nosted, Scar, Green, and Diorio. Now Diorio's obviously has fallen back. Kenyon now moves up to 5th. Krantz, Nosted, Scar, your top 3 as we are now 2 laps to go. That's the battle for third right there between Scar and Green.
Yeah, Scar, we see him and the 2 boys are always racing. But Green, yeah, he is giving him a little bit of a run.
New Auburn, I should say, Wisconsin for Easton Green. The 300 sled right there. The 5 is Green. The 300 is Scar. Right now, Scar continues to be in third on the 300 sled. Checking every line, though, as you see Green behind him, trying the outside now. Anything he can do to try to get around for third spot.
See if he can square it up and come up the inside now. This is where the motor becomes real important on this straightaway.
Those jumps seem even bigger when you're on those little sleds, don't they?
Yeah, they disappear, don't they?
Across the AMSOIL finish line, the white flag is flying now. Krantz, Nosted, and right there, the 5 trying to get around because you want to be on that podium. You want that trophy.
He wants the podium bad. You can just see it right there. He's going to do everything he can to get around him.
Scar looks over his right shoulder. He's not there. He's on your left-hand side. Green looks to the outside. Scar has the inside line as they go into the skidoo turn for the final time.
Nosted better watch out, too, because they're coming. These guys got some motoring going here.
Scar pulls a little bit as they head into that FXR turn. The leader heads down the front stretch. The checkers are about to fly. The battle continues to rage for third.
It looks like a drag race down to the finish line.
And your winner will be Cody Krantz with a fist in the air. Here's your battle for third as Nosted goes across in second. And third place will go to the 300 sled of Harrison Scar. So there you go. The race is in the books. And ladies and gentlemen, Cody Krantz was your winner. Tessa Nosted comes across in second. And Harrison Scar comes across in third. High fives all around. Hugs from Dad. Great racing for 20 sleds and very minimal damage on the racetrack. Dad's gonna be happy about that too.
Yeah, you saw, Diorio went off and there's a couple others, but otherwise these guys were younger riders like that. They did a good job.
We'll take a break, and then we'll come back and hand out the hardware and get more racing on the track. We'll meet our winner right after this. It's AM's World Championship Snowcross presented by ProAm. We'll be right back.
We are here at the U.S. Air Force Snowcross National, presented by T-Fiber, and T-Fiber is here on site all weekend. Come stop by their booth on the mezzanine level for event-exclusive deals, swag items, giveaways, and more, courtesy of America's Best 5G network.
And welcome back to the U.S. Air Force Snowcross National, presented by T-Fiber, Canterbury Park in Shakopee, Minnesota. We're about to meet our top 3 racers from the Stock 200 class, brought to you by our friends at Rocks. Erica going to hand out the hardware for us. She's excited. We've got some smiles all around. Let's meet them. Coming in third on the number 300 Arctic Cat from New Auburn, Wisconsin, Harrison Scar.
Harrison, congratulations on your third place finish. That was a battle all the way to the end, so how were you able to get the upper hand?
I don't know. I just had to battle hard and just keep my line.
And who would you like to thank tonight?
My mom, my dad, Preston and Angie, Grayson for coming, Cadillac and Boston, Vincent Toole, Days Power Sports, the Myrons for letting us use their trailer this weekend, and everybody else.
A job well done. Congratulations.
Make some noise for our second place rider, the Z17 Skidoo out of Northwood, North Dakota, Tessa Nostad.
Tessa, another job well done here tonight. How were you able to get up on the podium?
I just got a really good start and tried leaning back as far as possible.
And who would you like to thank tonight?
I would like to thank everybody out here that supports me. Climb, my mom, my dad, Kunzi, Nostad Acres, Armstrong, Slayton Farms, Polaris, Nostad Brothers, Throttle Addiction, everybody else. Thank you guys so much.
Congratulations on second place, Tessa.
And ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for our winner in the Stock 200, brought to you by Rocks. The number 22 Polaris out of Taylor Falls, Minnesota, Cody Krantz.
Cody, despite it being a last-minute decision to come here and racing, you are standing on top of the box, and you were all smiles as you hugged your family there. How sweet does this feel?
You know, it feels really good, and I don't even really know if I would have came here, but it was either sit on the couch all weekend and do nothing, but we just decided to come out here last minute.
Well, it certainly paid off as you stand on the top step, so who would you like to thank for tonight's win?
My mom, my dad, Bikeman, TorqueLink, Sniper, and everyone else.
Congratulations, Cody. Let's give it up for our top 3.
I love it. He didn't sit on the couch all weekend. We're not sitting on the couch all weekend either,
No,
Jeff.
no.
That was a number 2 on my list as well. Welcome back once again, Jeff Fisher, multi-time champion. My name is Chris Hockey, bringing you coverage of the U.S. Air Force Snowcross National. Here we are in the booth, and a lot of people ask me from time to time, how do you keep that track in shape? We know it gets torn up between races by the, obviously on the track by the snowmobiles themselves. How do they keep it looking so good?
Well, with the groomers. And you know what, Hawk? There's a chance for anybody who's here, the Hunter Hool Foundation, which is a foundation very near and dear to all of our hearts. They have a raffle going downstairs. You can go to their booth, and you can win a groomer ride for 2. And what they'll do is take you out during the pros, and they're going to groom up the track. So you as a fan can see how it's getting done. Tickets are $5 a piece or 5 for $20. So I got you down for $100, Hawk.
You know what? I already gave you 200, so I don't know what you did with the other 100, but I'll take it. That's completely fine.
There's a card room too.
I understand completely. I look at this thing. I can't imagine how difficult that thing is to drive, but inside it, you're in the lap of luxury. These things are awesome.
It is nice. They may even play a little music as you're riding along. You know, and you're,
I've got some ideas.
You got ideas.
We're about to go green on a final. Not just any final, though. Brought to you by our friends at Bikeman Performance, the Pro-Am Women.
Close. It could stay close, or it could change quite a bit here the next 2 rounds.
You see them starting the sleds, fist bumps everywhere. The number 15, by the way, is Avery Hemmer. The 331 right there in the middle of your screen, that's Inanna Hauger, our second place qualifier out of Boyne City, Michigan. 19 sleds about to go green at the U.S. Air Force Snocross National. A little bit of a jump there.
Oh, Hemmer got a little over anxious there. She might have let off her hot start button a little too quick.
And they are racing. 19 sleds into the first turn. Wow, big air from your leader. And we've got some sleds off right there on the front stretch. We'll set that up for you in a moment. But the sled boy whole shot went to Inanna Hauger.
Yeah, and Hemmer right behind her. So we have the 120 that's down.
That was Kendall Rose, who had been your 5th qualifier, went down hard right there in the very first straightaway. But there is your leader. Inanna, that's Hemmer.
Hemmer on the outside. She's already going to try to make her move.
That's right. Hauger continues to be your leader, but Hemmer looked to the outside and will do so again as they hit that T-fiber turn and head down the front stretch right in front of these great fans here in Shakopee, Minnesota.
Now, last year, those two were teammates. Hauger went to a different team this year, but yeah, so those both were riding together quite a bit in their last few years.
Let's take a look at what happened at the start here, because there was some disaster right in the middle of the pack. 2 sleds right there. Sleds get together right there, and a hard landing, and oh my goodness, that's a little too close for comfort right there.
Yeah, that could have turned out to be bad, but looks like everything is back up and running.
And it's running up front. Hauger and Hemmer continue to battle for that lead. They're headed down the front stretch, and the fans go wild for the Pro-Am Women Final that continues to rage with 3.5 minutes left to go in this race. The 331 of Inanna Hauger is your leader.
Now we'll see how this plays out, that inside-outside line right there. Hemmer chooses the inside, and yeah, didn't really make up any ground, but didn't lose as much either.
Hauger leads, Hemmer in second. Again, Avery Hemmer, your points leader coming into this race, eats some snow from the leader again right there as they go into that gravity cavity. Trying everything she can to make up some line there, and she just can't.
Well, you see how she's darting around a little bit, and she is finding some good lines, some shorter distances, but yeah, it just, you know what that's like. You get close, and then all of a sudden you drift off.
Over the AMSOIL finish line, under 3 minutes left to go in this Pro-Am Women Final. Your first and second place sleds right there. Both go to the inside that time. That might have been because of the lapper right there.
Correct. That's what my thought was too.
Air Force Flyway, the backstretch, a bit of a bobble for your leader. We've got a new leader.
Yeah, Hemmer just used the inside. She was smooth going through there, through the gravity cavity, and now back up and out. And yeah, our leader is Hemmer.
And you know, she was waiting, just waiting and patient, taking her lines, and the exact thing she was hoping for happened.
Yeah,
a little
one
bit
bobble,
of a bobble, yeah.
But now she can't fall prey to that now. If she bobbles, that's Hauger will follow, take that away from her.
2 minutes to go in the Pro-Am Women Final here, and the leader is Hemmer. Avery Hemmer, your points leader coming in after the first 2 rounds, is now your leader on the track over the Air Force Flyway. The pink garb on the red and white sled, the number 15, your leader out there.
Okay, here comes that pass again.
She was way back in the bobble right there, and that's all it took. Inside line, and just got away from her very quickly there. What do you think happened? Just a hard landing?
Hard landing. And now the next lap we watched Hauger, she actually went off the track.
That's your battle for third on the screen right there between McCurdy, Dillon, and Blessum. And I believe McCurdy on the 42 has moved into that third and final spot on the podium right there. We'll reset the field a moment from now, but that's the 42 of McCurdy, who currently sits in third. That hard left, and now headed towards the AMSOIL finish line. Hemmer, Hauger, and the battle for third on your screen. Elbow to elbow over the AMSOIL finish line. McCurdy, Dillon, and Blessem, but McCurdy and Dillon right now battling for third.
Yeah, now watch that. You know, Dillon goes on the outside there. Does she gain a little bit of momentum on McCurdy? Well, Ava came up a little short. You just don't have quite the same momentum going on that, coming on that inside.
And she'll get trapped a little bit, I believe. Dillon got trapped a little bit behind the lapper there, as we saw from the drone.
That gave Ava a little bit of breathing room so she can try to get out. Now, we're only talking less than a minute to go.
That's right, and again, we watched the battle for third. 11, the number 11 right there, that is Dillon, and she is in fourth right now in this Pro-Am Women Final with 30 seconds to go in this race. Again, a battle for McCurdy as she crosses the AMSOIL finish line with 20 seconds to go in this race. Hemmer, Hauger, McCurdy, Dillon, and Forsell, your top 5. The race continues.
2 laps to go.
Oh, no. Again, a bit of a battle, a bobble, I should say, for the third place. And to the inside goes your fourth place rider, Dillon.
We'll see if Ava can pull it off on the inside like that. Yeah, she might just had a little more momentum coming out of that gravity cavity.
2 laps to go here in Canterbury Park in Shakopee, Minnesota, as we continue to watch this Pro-Am Women Final. There's the 15 sled, your leader and your points leader. That's Avery Hemmer, dealing with some lapped traffic right now. And look at that as she heads down the front stretch, trying to split between 2 of the slower sleds, and the white flag will fly for your leader.
Yeah, look at the gap that Hemmer has. She's working her way almost to lap third place, if you see that.
Absolutely. In fact, second place just crossed the finish line. 10, almost 11 seconds behind your dominant leader, the number 15 of Avery Hemmer.
Yeah, Avery is kind of on a different level right now when you're watching her ride.
She is hooked up for the final turn into that T-fiber turn and headed down the front stretch. Let her know, ladies and gentlemen, at Canterbury Park, your champion, the checkers are about to fly, and the win goes to Avery Hemmer in Shakopee, Minnesota. And as you said, it's going to take a few moments for our second place rider to get to the finish line.
Yeah, here comes our...
Back to your battle for third. By the way, Hauger's going to run second, but there's your battle for third. The number 11 of Dillon has moved into that spot and has taken pretty good hold of it.
Yeah, I think Ava bobbled a couple times on that one straightaway, let Dillon get underneath her. But.
And Anna Hauger does cross the line in second spot, and here comes your third place rider down the front stretch for the final time, and the checkers will fly for her. Victoria Dillon comes across in third. And that'll go fourth place then to Forsell, and Ava McCurdy will come across in fifth. But Hemmer, Hauger, Dillon, your top 3 in this Pro-Am Women Final from Canterbury Park.
Yeah, our points leader, Avery Hemmer. I mean, that 13, almost 14-second difference there. That is just, yeah, she is, like I say, on another level with those gals.
Just another, you're right, and another level. I mean, the Hard Charger Award goes to Avery Hemmer as well, because what a fast lap. What a dominant victory for Avery Hemmer on that Polaris.
Yeah, she is riding, yeah, she's riding fantastic. You know, you look at the field and how fast some of these other gals are too, and Avery got her done.
So Hemmer, Hauger, your first and second qualifiers finished 1-2. Victoria Dillon, who comes across in third, was your 6th qualifier out of Zephyr, Ontario. We'll meet our top 3 in just a moment as we hand it out at the podium. We're going to do a swag toss, though. I tell you, you want some free stuff? All you great fans here at Canterbury Park in Shakopee, Minnesota, make some noise. If it's free, it's me and give me 3, Jeff.
I love it.
Here comes the swag toss. What do you want? Put your hands in the air. Let them know you're here. Let them know what you want. Good arm there. Jesse can throw that. Look at the arm on it. The kids make their way down there, you know. Kids of all ages, too.
Kids of all ages.
That's right.
You got time to run down there quick?
You know what? I'll get you a T-shirt a little bit later.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'll dive for me.
If I'm going down there, I'm going down to get some food.
Okay.
You know?
There you go.
Absolutely. And thanks to, did you see that big Polaris truck right there too?
Yeah.
Love that. Oh, good arm. The kid's up top there.
Nice shot of the Brunt flag, one of our sponsors.
And this is just the first of our swag tosses tonight, by the way. Ooh, look at this. I mean, that's the place you want to be sitting. I mean, I know it's outside, but that looks like a party right there.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
The Ziegler Cat people. Hi to all the good people from Ziegler Cat right there.
You think we could radio this in from there?
I think we probably could, but I bet it'd be colder than we are. I mean, we're in short sleeves up here. I think I'll stay right here. You want to go down there? You go right here.
I'll go ahead.
That'd be good for you down there. Yeah, we'll be handing out the hardware in a moment. But again, the Brunt Hard Charger Award, a lap of 38.35 goes to her. Avery Hemmer, our winner right there, the number 15. What a lap.
Yeah, no, she did fantastic.
Momentarily, we'll get all three of our racers down near the podium. And our Erica Al-Reed, get a word with all of them.
Team is getting her all prepped up for her big podium.
Absolutely. The pictures, you know, the sponsors got to be happy, right? There's going to be pictures from everybody here, so. That's why I shaved my head right there. I used to have hair like that, but not anymore. Because I got sick having to deal with it.
Well, I don't blame you.
Should I grow it out again like that?
Do it.
Okay.
I want to see. Call you Ringo or something.
That'd be great. I'll take that. That'd be a cool nickname. Again, thanks everybody for tuning in wherever you're at on FloRacing.com. Appreciate it very, very much all over the world. And those of you here live in lovely Shakopee, Minnesota, I tell you, this place, Canterbury Park, is just awesome. We've got a brand new amphitheater that's been built to our left over there. Great bars and businesses and restaurants to our right over here. They just keep making this area better and better.
No, they do. They do.
Let's hand out the hardware. Let's meet our third place finisher in the Pro-Am Women Division, the number 11 Skidoo out of Zephyr, Ontario. Make some noise for Victoria Dillon.
Victoria finding the podium yet again, but this time you had a little battle on your hands, so walk us through this effort.
My heats didn't go as planned today. I wasn't really in the right mindset coming into this weekend, but I just tried to do my best. I got a sort of good start, and I guess got pinched off a little bit. I didn't really know what place I was in, so I had to work my way up. Ava was really hard to get around, but she was riding pretty good, and so was everybody else. Just have to regroup for tomorrow and just do better. I'm going to try to put myself on the top. I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, Mike Schmidt, LRR, Stud Boy, Skidoo, the LaBelle family, Team Vincent Motorsports, Shock Doc, Pro Raps. Happy birthday to my grandma and my other family. Happy birthday to my friend Grady too, and Glenn from the compound and everybody else I forgot. Thank you so much.
Another job well done here tonight. Congratulations.
Her mindset looked just great to me. I tell you what, nice job to Victoria Dillon. Our second place finisher, the 331 Skidoo out of Boyne City, Michigan. Make noise for Inanna Hauger.
Inanna, second place on the night. I know not where you want to be, but a great battle throughout. What can you take from this performance and apply to our next round toward tomorrow?
Yeah, I just have to clean up a couple areas on the track and just make smarter line choices than I did tonight. But yeah, I went off the track and I was trying to make up as much ground as I could. But yeah, just have to go into tomorrow with a new mindset, and yeah, we'll keep charging. And yeah, just a huge thank you to my team, Flex Toy. Those guys are awesome. It's incredible what they do for me, and I'm so thankful for that. My dad, of course, for everything he does for me. Nico, Tristan, Jesse, Rob, Twyla, Caleb, Evan, just everybody in the trailer, Cody, thank you all so much, and Skidoo as well. Carrie, JF, thank you guys so much. Your sport is amazing, and I'm super happy, and yeah, and FXR, CNA Pro Skis, Stud Boy, Rocks, Blood Lubricants, Victory Sign, and yeah, just all my family and friends that came to watch, my mental coach, Kevin, thank you for being here, and yeah, looking forward to tomorrow, so thank you.
Congratulations, Inanna.
Well done. And now let's meet our winner, the number 15 Polaris out of Now Then, Minnesota, Avery Hemmer.
Avery, nearly a 14-second gap between you and the rest of the Pro-Am women's field, and awarded the Brunt Hard Charger Award. What allowed for that level of dominance from you and the team here tonight?
Just being patient, and then just found a way to get around Inanna and just made it work. I'd like to thank Chopper, Nate and Justin, my team Hammer Motorsports, my mom, my dad, FXR, Polaris, Northern Power Race Park, SSI, Distinctive Iron, everybody that's watching me at home, Maxima, just everybody else, thank you.
Career victory number 2 for Avery Hemmer, but tonight let's give it up for our top 3 in Pro-Am Women's.
Thank you. Well done, Erica, as always. Congratulations to all our ladies in the Pro-Am women class. We are about to go green right away with round 2, heat 1 of your U.S. Air Force Prolite division. Great racing for them already tonight. Here's the lineup, Fish.
Yeah, we got in the first round, we have Tanner Johnson, Kenny Goike, Josh Shepard, Linus Peterson, we saw really ripping on the last race, Devin Denman, Evan Christian, Mitchell Gross, Drew Freeland, Eric Downs, who was flying in that other heat, and Jeremy Bralou. So there are 10 sleds all going to battle